Hi and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at creating a simple Facebook post for our group or Facebook page using the design platform called Canva. Canva is a graphic design platform that persons with no graphic design experience can use very easily. So that is always a plus. Let us get into it. You would first need a Canva account. You would log into your account and you would either go to create a design or templates. So if you go to templates, you will see the option for social media, and we are looking to create Facebook posts. So we'll click on Facebook posts. Now this is going to take us to a page where we see a lot of Facebook post template ideas. Now these template ideas, we can simply click on one and edit it to our liking. But today we are definitely going to be creating a post from scratch. Okay, so we click here on the blank canvas to create or bring up a blank canvas. Once we have done that, it will take us into our canvas area, and then we can start creating our post. Now, one of the first things I usually do is just start putting my text on the page. The text that we're going to be using, let me show you quickly. Fonts being used today are Daydream Quicksand and Algrea Sand Bold. Okay, and the elements are going to be gradient and a square. All right, so now let's go back to our canvas. So what I usually do first is bring my text box in. Sorry, I usually start with the text, but today I'm going to start with the square just so that you guys can follow easier. So I size my square how I want it. There is no right and wrong in terms of sizing. It just depends on what you prefer, what you like. If you notice that there is a line, a pink line down the center, both up and down and across from side to side, that indicates when your design is dead center. Okay, so now that we have added our square, we can add our text box where we will add, there we go, where we will add the text that we want. Now remember, we're using 3 types of text. Sorry, let me get that up. Yep. So I just clicked off the canvas so that it would deselect and then select it again. So I'm going to bring in 3 text boxes just so that we know that we're using 3. And we are going to select our text, Daydream for one. The second one is Quicksand. And the third is Allegria. Okay. So now that we have this, we are going to start to put in our information. Okay, so because we're recreating a post that I did for my Facebook group, I am just basically going to put the same information back in. The first set of text I entered was leave a comment with the last thing you did and add. And because I wanted more emphasis to be what was added, I changed the text. I just hit enter so that it would give me the text on 2 lines. So this is where this text, which is Quicksand, comes in because I wanted a lot of emphasis on what was being added. Okay, it's like a boss, and I'm going to put that in quotation marks. So I just wanted persons to know where to add it. So I just copied Control C and Control V, bring this down here, and I'm going to remove all of this and put at the end so that persons know at the end of whatever it is that they did, they're going to add that quote or that phrase. I'm going to make this bigger. Right. I think I want this really big for emphasis. Here, and recenter that. And then I'm just going to copy the size of the text, which is 47 here. Click on this. I'm going to go here and enter 47 so that the size is the same. Okay, so that is pretty simple. Just align it. Always look for those pink lines because they measure, you know, where you are in the design. If you're out or if you're in the area that you should be, and also if you are centered. Now this one I use to just put my group information in, which I'm going to make smaller, and my group name is Canva social media design dash for women in business. All right, so we have gotten this, and I'm just gonna stretch that out. Now I like when it is in all caps, the name of the group, so I'm gonna go here to uppercase, and I'm just gonna make that all caps. If I go back here, it's gonna take it back to how I had it in some lowercase and some uppercase. So I'm just gonna make it a bit smaller, and I'm also going to be adding the Facebook logo here. I'm gonna pull this down some, pull this as well, and this. Okay, so it's more central. Now we're gonna go here to elements, and we're gonna type Facebook so we can find the Facebook logo, and we're just gonna bring it in. We're gonna size it by pushing in the corners and then placing it next to where we want it. All right, so I like to group them together, and how I do that, I select one, I press shift on my keyboard, and then select the other one, and then go to group, and they are now one, and then I center that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add our gradient towards the back, change the text box and the font colors so that it can match the design that we are recreating. Or we can add some different types of colors. So we'll play around with it and see. Okay, so in order to add our background, we are going to search. We are staying in elements, and we are going to search for gradient. Okay, and then we're going to go through, and the gradient that I used was this one. And as you notice, there are multiple colors to this gradient. So first thing I did was make it really, really, really big, so it took up the whole canvas. And then I sent it backwards. So already you see how much the design looks similar to the one that I had before. So I am going to change this to white. Ooh, that looks nice and fresh. And we can leave it like this, it's really cute, but I did it in red, so I'm just going to show you how that is done, where you would go to the colors. The first color I did was white. I did white, then I did pink, then I did red twice. And this is basically how I got the background to look the way that it does, or it did, sorry. Then what I did also is change the color of, oops, sorry, go to the A for the color, change the color of the font to red. And I did this, in the spirit of Christmas, just to give that kind of Christmassy vibe, which came out really, really, really nice. So this is basically how you create a simple Facebook post in Canva. And this is without pictures or anything like that. It's just 2 elements, your gradient element, your square, and some text. That's basically what it is. If you do have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer it to the best of my abilities. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a wonderful creative day. Bye.